Both the US and UK have asked Australia to send military personnel to West Africa to fight the Ebola virus. But so far, Australia's contribution has been limited to a financial one. Today, we hit the streets of Perth and ask you if you think we should send aid workers to West Africa to contain the virus.
I think I would kind of support it. I don't see why we wouldn't send people to help with the outbreak if it would help contain the people there in third world country.
Look, I think as long as there are precautions to bring people back if they get sick when they're there, I think it'd be quite irresponsible to send people there without having an exit strategy for them. Because if someone gets sick, what are we going to do with them? And it's a long time to get back to Australia. We can't just dump them. For example, if they went to France, we can't just dump them in France without having an agreement with France. So we should have those agreements in place, and then I think it's fair enough. We should help, but we can't send people into danger, which we would be doing at the moment.
Thank you for that question. Yes, I definitely think that Australia should send aid workers to help out the Ebola virus in Africa. They definitely need more help at the moment, and if Australia is preparing their workers here against the scare, they should be sending them over to Africa to make sure that they get the attention and help that they need as well.
Yes, most certainly. Australia's got a lot of resources and a lot of finance at the moment compared to these countries which have a lot of poverty, and it'd be great to give back to them, seeing as we've got a lot more. And especially from a young person's perspective, growing up here, we've had such a good upbringing, and for them, it's been a little bit more difficult. So yeah, it would be nice to see that.
Well, I don't know. It would be a bit selfish if we don't, but you got to think about the people that are here as well. You know, if somebody comes here, if they bring it back over here, it can spread like that. You know, I've heard that the hiding period is around 21 till 60 days. You know, so you never know who has it. You might have it, I might have it. We don't know yet. So. Yeah, so got to stay careful, eh?
As I said, statistically, it's just very, very difficult to do, to get people across there. It's a very dangerous situation, like everybody's got to put up with, but if we have a problem, we've got to get them back. And that's a big issue.
Yes and no. I guess it depends. It purely depends on the situation. Like, there is a risk in sending aid workers over there. But if an Australian aid worker wants to go, I don't see why you wouldn't send them over there.
Based on the news report about the American nurses going over to help with the Ebola crisis and bringing it back to America, I think it could I personally think it could endanger the lives of many Australians if they bring it back, of course. But I think we should do anything we can to help, basically.
Australia remains unwilling to help contain the deadly outbreak. Tony Abbott says it would be irresponsible to send aid workers, with the risk of contamination being too high. This has been Christy Muller for Undercurrent.